is going on at Juve? What's causing this kind of like dip in form after years of success?
Well, this is their third manager in 3 years after Sarri and Pirlo. Shout out to Max Allegri because he could have taken many plum jobs around Europe. You know, he had a lot of trophies, a lot of success. He made it to a Champions League final in his 5 years with the club. And he just hung around for 2 years until they had to hire him again because everything went up, in flames. So, look, this is a period of transition for Juve. I don't think you can rely on them to win Serie A in perpetuity. The streak was always going to come to a close at some point. And I also think in the wake of Ronaldo leaving the club on the eve of the season, a lot of your plans have to change all of a sudden. So there's going to be some tumult, shall we say.
Yeah.
Having said that, Max Allegri does not yet know what his best team is or what formation he should be playing. It's sort of gone from 4-4-2 to 4-3-1-2 with Dybala in the 10 role. There are lots of attacking weapons. They don't seem to fit together particularly well. Kulusevski, Chiesa, Bernardeschi are all in and out of the team. Moise Kean came back right at the deadline. I still think there are enough pieces in this squad to have a successful Serie A campaign, and I think it will level out over time because they have played Napoli and AC Milan in their first couple of matches in the league. So they've had a rough start, and it wasn't a good time for them to play those teams, given Ronaldo's departure. They need to figure out a midfield solution immediately. They don't seem to have that reliable heartbeat in midfield the way Pjanic was during Allegri's first spell at the club. And there was talk that they were going to try and bring him back. Of course, that didn't end up happening. But they haven't found that midfield balance. I'm not a fan of Adrien Rabiot. I just think he's wholly overrated as a footballer and keeps failing upwards somehow. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand the appeal. And I think Aaron Ramsey has been hugely hard done by in how little he's got into the starting 11. My ideal Juventus midfield 3 would probably be Bentancur, Locatelli and Aaron Ramsey. It's a really bizarre situation and some bizarre decisions being made by Allegri. I don't back how he started the campaign, but I do back him to eventually figure it out. The thing I would love him to try is using Federico Chiesa as a wing-back because he played there at Fiorentina a little bit and his brand of incredibly fast physical play works really well in that wing-back role. And then Danilo could work as part of a back three, as maybe one of the ball-playing defenders. We've seen a lot in European football, a fullback like Kyle Walker making up a back three and providing recovery pace in behind a couple of aging centre-backs in Bonucci and Chiellini. So he could rotate in and out with De Ligt playing a role as well. That's the formation I see working with the midfield 3 I mentioned, and then Dybala playing as the second striker with Morata up front. We know Morata had a disastrous Euros, but I still think he has it in him to be a success at Juventus. He was great the first time around. He's a relentless hard worker, gets into goal scoring positions. Sometimes his finishing deserts him, but I would love to see him have a successful season in front of goal and kind of banish all the boo boys.
And if Max Allegri could have signed one player, in your opinion, in the window just gone, who would it have been to try and kind of tip the balance for them?
I don't know if they need any more players. I think they just need to find the right combination of the talents they have available. There will need to be succession plans in place for Bonucci and Chiellini, of course, but I still think they've got plenty more to give. Maybe there is a central midfield issue. Maybe they need more of a tempo-controlling player in there. And I'm not sure they quite have the guy to put his foot on the ball and sort of spray passes around in the kind of Pirlo mould. They would have loved to sign Tonali, but AC Milan already had Bagsies on him.